unlock the full planche and skills like the front lever, one arm handstand and 90 degrees handstand push-ups in less than a year. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I did it so you can do it too. And before going into the exact system that I followed, I just want to let you know that I am not special, I don't have special genetics, and I have been playing football for more than 10 years and I have pretty big legs for a calisthenics athlete. And obviously this makes everything harder for calisthenics, but I still achieved amazing results and you can do the same. You just need to follow the right plan that I am just going to show you here. So let's go. So first of all, you need to understand that before I started learning the planche, I was already training calisthenics. I wasn't a complete beginner. I was good at pull-ups, at dips. I was able to do handstand push-ups, and I just decided to get serious about skills and learn the planche. And the interesting thing is that when I was younger, I was trying to learn the straddle planche like when I was 16, 17, but it didn't really work out because I didn't know how to train for it properly. I just did some random attempts and I didn't even train like, easier progressions. I was just spamming attempts for the straddle planche, and of course, it didn't work out, and after some time I quit. But 1 year ago I decided to take things seriously and actually learn the planche, and this is when this whole journey started. And you need to understand that when I started learning the planche, I was already I had a lot of raw strength. I was doing handstand push-ups. As I said, I was good at basics. I was doing a lot of weighted dips, weighted pull-ups. So I didn't start from total zero, because if now you're just starting calisthenics, if you're like a complete beginner, I'm not going to lie to you, most likely you're not going to unlock the planche in 1 year, because first you need to build your basics, you need to build some muscle mass, you need to condition your body, and only then you can go into skills and actually train for the harder stuff. The second important step in my planche journey was that I started working with a coach, because as I said, I wanted to take things seriously, and I knew that working with a person who is more experienced than me is going to first of all make the progress faster. Second of all, I'm going to learn a lot of stuff during the way, which is going to help me in the future, help my students and teach my clients better. So I'm going to be a better coach myself, and also I'm going to learn new information that is going to help me progress faster in my training. So in the beginning I started training the planche by myself. I had more knowledge, I knew how to train for it properly, and in the first 3 to 4 months I unlocked by myself. I'm still not working with a coach here. I unlocked a straddle planche hold for 4 to 5 seconds, for 3 to 4 months. Once again, it was so fast because I had a lot of raw strength. I just had to learn to actually use the strength that I have properly. And after that I decided that I want to work with a coach, and I want to go really all into that. And now you need to understand something important. When I started working with the coach, honestly, so I wanted to learn the full planche, but it wasn't a must-have for me. I wanted to have some fun with the straddle planche. I wanted to learn some cool combos. I wanted to learn some push-ups, some planche presses, so I had some fun with that. I wasn't in a rush to learn the full planche. I never was. And I spent quite a lot of time, doing planche combos, having some fun for a couple of months. And then when I had 10 plus clean straddle planche hold, some push-ups, some presses, as I said, only then I decided to focus on the actual full planche and learning the full planche hold. When it comes to my workouts, the most important things that I made sure that are covered in my program is high frequency for the skills that I'm training, so at least 3 to 4 times per week. This is what I was missing when I was trying to learn the planche a long time ago when I was 16 years old. So this is the first thing, high frequency. Then we need to be specific, so we need to work with specific exercises that are going to actually help us to achieve our specific goals. This is super important. Then we need to have a progressive overload, and we need to do it properly in order to let our body adapt, but also to give it the stimulus that is needed in order to get stronger and actually, learn the movement, learn the skill, and so on. And finally, you need to have a good relationship between intensity and volume. So you need to work on progressions that are harder for you, and also on progressions that are a little bit easier for you, but you can hold for longer times, and you can actually work on your form, work on your activations, and actually understanding the movement better. So once you combine all of that into a program that you can follow every single week, and you know that this program is structured correctly and it's actually going to help you unlock your goals, the only thing that you need to do after that is to listen to your body and make adjustments to the program based on how you feel. For example, because not every day you're going to feel as fresh as you want to, not every day you're going to feel amazing. And for example, if today is your hardest workout of the week, but you're feeling weak, you're not feeling recovered enough, obviously you will need to do some changes. You need to listen to your body and know when to push harder or when to do a lighter workout. And of course, once again, having a good coach who is going to walk you through the process is going to be there to teach you how to listen to your body and to create the program that is going to be suitable for your goals and for your case. So this is super important part of the process. The next step is fixing your mindset, and as I said in the beginning of the video, everybody can unlock the planche. It doesn't matter how heavy you are. Yeah, of course, like if you're overweight, you will need to lose some weight. That's common sense, but in general, everybody can learn the planche if they just follow the right plan and if they have the right mindset. So stop believing that the planche, the one-arm handstand, and skills like these are like elite skills. Yes, they are hard, they take time to learn, but it doesn't mean that they're only for the genetically gifted athletes and that it's impossible for you, because this is what I used to think before. I used to think that, I have big legs, so it means that I will never unlock the planche, but this is not true. So you need to break that limiting belief and actually allow yourself to learn these skills. This is the first step. The second step is to surround yourself with people who are stronger than you. Surround yourself with people who know more than you. Surround yourself with people that are going to push you to be better, and they are going to widen your perspective. You're going to see what is actually possible. You're going to start believing in yourself, because you will see that all of these athletes are doing all of that crazy stuff, and it means that you can be one of them and you want to be one of them. So surround yourself with people like that, and you're going to see how your progress is literally skyrocketing. And of course, the final piece of the puzzle is, you guessed it, consistency. If you're not consistent, it doesn't mean if you have the best coach in the world, it doesn't mean if you have the best program in the world, it doesn't mean how motivated you're feeling. Like, if you're not going to do the work, if you're not going to stay consistent and follow the plan, nothing matters. And once again, it doesn't matter if everything else is on point, if everything else is perfect. If you're not going to show up, you're not going to see the results. But if, for example, you have a shit program, you don't know what to do, but you're just trying and you're staying consistent with it, most likely you're going to reach your goals. Yeah, maybe it's not going to be in 1 year, maybe it's going to be in 5 years, but if you stay consistent, you're going to get there. So stay consistent, but stay consistent with the right plan. So know what to do, know when to show up to your workouts, what kind of workouts you should be doing, what is the plan, and just follow the plan consistently. This is the only way to achieve your results as fast as possible. And also, you need to understand that you must sacrifice for your goals, especially if you have serious goals like unlocking the full planche or any other elite level skills. So you will have days when, for example, you're not going to be able to go out with your friends because you know that you have to work out today, and if you're going to skip the workout, you're not going to stay consistent. And as we already discussed, if you're not going to stay consistent, well, you're not going to achieve your goal. So you will have a lot of moments during your path where you will need to choose. like having some fun right now, or actually staying true to your goals and working on them. Yeah, for some people it's going to be faster, for some people it's going to be a little bit slower, but in general, like if you follow these rules, you will get there. There is no way not to. And if you have serious goals about unlocking the full planche or any other elite skill, and you have already tried but you just didn't succeed, maybe the plan wasn't the right one, or you was just not staying consistent, or simply you don't know how to even start, but you know that you're serious and you know that this is important for you, but you just need some help, you can apply for my one-on-one coaching. The link is going to be in the description. It's just a simple application that you fill out, and after that I'm going to reach out to you. But this is only for the serious ones. If you're ready to stay consistent, if you're ready to put in the work, and you just need the right plan and the right person to keep you accountable and walk you through this path. And basically that was it for today's video. I hope that you learned something new, it was valuable, and as always, expect redemption, and see you in the next one.